Focus Mastery: How to Tune Out Distractions and Focus on Success. Introduction. Focus is not just a tool. It's the compass that guides every decision, action, and result in your life. In a world where constant distractions pull you in every direction, mastering the art of concentration has never been more critical. Without focus, even the most brilliant ideas and the most determined efforts dissipate into the chaos of everyday life. The constant bombardment of notifications, the overwhelming flood of information, and the endless to-do lists often create a noise that clouds your mind and hijacks your potential. Yet, within the very distractions that hinder you, lies the power to break through and achieve extraordinary results. Imagine if you could tap into that power. What if every decision you made, every action you took, was laser-focused and aligned with your deepest goals? What if you could block out the noise and unlock a level of productivity and clarity that transformed your success? This isn't some abstract ideal or distant dream. It is entirely within your reach. By learning how to control your attention and channel it toward what truly matters, you gain access to the kind of focus that turns ambition into reality. The ability to focus is not a fixed trait. It is a skill, one that can be refined, strengthened, and cultivated over time. Through intentional practice, you can reshape the way your mind operates, improve your concentration, and direct your energy with precision. But this process isn't about making grand gestures. It's about making small, consistent choices that build over time. It's about understanding the science behind distraction, learning how to structure your environment for maximum clarity, and committing to daily habits that reinforce your focus. This journey will guide you through the complexities of focus, teaching you how to break free from the grip of distractions, master your attention, and use it as the powerful tool it was always meant to be. The path is simple, but it requires dedication. The rewards, however, are extraordinary. A life of intention, a life of purpose, and a life that is truly focused on success. The journey to mastering your focus starts now. Chapter 1. Understanding the power of focus. The ability to focus is the bedrock upon which success is built. In a world that constantly demands our attention, it has become more challenging than ever to maintain clarity and intention. Yet focus is not just a passive state. It is a force that propels you forward, cutting through the noise and enabling you to direct your energy and efforts towards the things that truly matter. When you harness the power of focus, you shift from a state of being overwhelmed by distractions to one of purposeful action. Imagine for a moment the power of a laser beam. Focus is the mental equivalent of this concentrated energy, capable of penetrating through obstacles and cutting to the heart of your goals. It sharpens your vision, allowing you to see what needs attention and what can be ignored. It gives you the ability to say no to fleeting pleasures, temporary distractions, and unnecessary obligations, so you can prioritize what will move you closer to your aspirations. Focus serves as a filter through which all decisions, actions, and goals must pass. Every choice you make, every step you take, is colored by how well you are able to focus. Without it, you are constantly scattered, your energy diffused in countless directions, making progress feel elusive and growth unsustainable. With focus, you achieve clarity in your decisions and momentum in your actions. The simple truth is that you cannot achieve your highest potential without learning how to control where your attention goes. This skill of focus isn't about fighting distractions. It's about learning how to channel your attention so powerfully that distractions lose their grip on you. Every moment of focus is a moment of progress. When you develop the capacity to direct your focus intentionally, you begin to align your daily actions with your long-term vision, turning fleeting desires into lasting accomplishments. This focused approach is what turns effort into achievement, dreams into reality. Mastering focus means knowing what to exclude from your life, whether it's the habits that drain your energy or the thoughts that cloud your judgment. It's about taking control of your mind and training it to work for you, not against you. As you learn to refine your focus, you'll unlock the capacity to produce at a higher level, make wiser decisions, and ultimately live a more intentional life. The power of focus doesn't just help you achieve more, it allows you to achieve with purpose, shaping the path to success with every focused step you take. Chapter 2. The Science Behind Distractions. Distractions are not just external disturbances, they are deeply rooted in the way our brains are wired to seek novelty and reward. The human brain, with its intricate network of neurons and pathways, has evolved to react to changes in its environment, alerting us to potential threats or opportunities. This natural tendency to focus on new stimuli, however, becomes a double-edged sword in a world flooded with distractions. Every notification, every shifting thought, every external event can pull you away from the task at hand, hijacking your concentration and scattering your focus. The modern world is filled with an overwhelming barrage of stimuli, each competing for your attention. From the constant pings of your phone to the endless scroll of social media, distractions are omnipresent. The brain, in turn, struggles to maintain a singular focus, as it is continuously lured by the promise of something new. This is where the science of attention comes into play. Research has shown that every time you switch your attention, your brain undergoes a brief reorientation, which requires mental energy. This shifting back and forth between tasks, also known as task switching, not only makes you less efficient, but also depletes your cognitive resources. At the core of this process lies the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and goal-oriented behavior. When distractions intervene, the prefrontal cortex has to work overtime, trying to refocus on the task at hand while simultaneously processing the external stimuli. The more you allow your attention to be diverted, the harder it becomes to regain focus. It's a cycle that feeds itself, causing frustration and diminishing your overall productivity. But the impact of distractions is not just cognitive. The environment in which you work plays a significant role in how susceptible you are to being derailed. Physical clutter, noise, or an uncomfortable workspace can all contribute to a diminished capacity for concentration. Research on environmental psychology shows that our surroundings have a profound effect on our mental state, shaping our ability to focus and think clearly. A disorganized space often mirrors a disorganized mind, making it difficult to engage deeply with tasks that require sustained attention. The emotional aspect of distractions is also important to consider. Anxiety, stress, and a lack of motivation can all fuel the desire to escape focus. In moments of discomfort, the mind instinctively seeks relief, often in the form of distractions, which provide a temporary escape from the pressure or difficulty of staying engaged. Over time, this can lead to a habit of distraction, where the brain learns to associate focus with discomfort and avoidance with relief. Understanding these psychological and environmental factors is the first step in regaining control over your attention. It's not just about eliminating distractions, but also about addressing the root causes of why your mind drifts. Whether it's reprogramming your brain to resist the pull of novel stimuli, creating an environment that fosters concentration, or managing the emotional undercurrents that lead you to seek distraction, each factor plays a critical role in shaping your ability to focus. By recognizing these forces, you can begin to design strategies that combat distractions at their source, allowing you to redirect your energy and mental clarity back to what truly matters. Chapter 3. The Art of Prioritizing What Matters. The act of prioritizing is not simply about creating lists of tasks or organizing your day. It's about aligning your actions with your most important objectives, ensuring that you focus on the pursuits that will bring the greatest rewards. At the heart of effective prioritization is an understanding of what truly matters, not just in the immediate moment, but in the long-term context of your values and goals. Our days are filled with countless demands, each pulling us in different directions. Without a clear sense of direction, it becomes easy to get caught up in activities that are urgent, but not necessarily important. This creates a false sense of productivity, leading to frustration and a lack of meaningful progress. The key to breaking free from this cycle is to differentiate between what is urgent and what is truly important. The most successful individuals focus their energy on tasks that align with their core values and ultimate goals. To identify your true priorities, begin by examining your long-term vision. What is the bigger picture? What are the essential goals that drive you forward? By having a clear understanding of what you want to achieve, you can make decisions that are intentional, helping to cut through the noise of lesser tasks. Once these priorities are established, it becomes easier to say no to distractions and less significant commitments. Prioritization also requires a constant reassessment of your activities. As your circumstances evolve, so too will your priorities. It's crucial to regularly take stock of where your time and energy are going. Ask yourself, are you focusing on the right things? Are the activities you're engaging in aligning with your deeper aspirations? If the answer is no, make the necessary adjustments. This dynamic process of evaluating and realigning your priorities is essential for maintaining focus and ensuring that your efforts contribute to the outcomes you truly desire. Chapter 4. Creating a focus-friendly environment. Creating an environment that fosters focus is about more than just clearing physical clutter. It's about setting up the conditions in which deep, uninterrupted work can thrive. A space that encourages focus, supports mental clarity, and reduces the likelihood of distractions, allowing you to work at your best. Every element of your environment, from the layout of your workspace to the sounds, lighting, and even the people around you, can either hinder or enhance your ability to concentrate. The first step in designing a focus-friendly environment is to reduce external distractions. Consider the sensory elements in your space. Is there excessive noise? Can you isolate yourself in a quieter area, or would noise-canceling headphones help? Do harsh lighting or uncomfortable seating affect your ability to focus? Optimizing your physical surroundings is crucial for maintaining sustained attention. Next, assess your digital environment. In today's world, our attention is constantly divided between numerous devices. Notifications, emails, social media, and other online distractions are serious threats to focus. Setting boundaries around your digital life, such as turning off notifications or using apps that block distracting websites, can significantly increase your ability to stay on track. Consider creating designated times to check email or social media, rather than allowing these digital interruptions to seep into your workday at random moments. Finally, the mental space in which you work is just as important as the physical environment. Your mindset plays a key role in whether you're able to stay focused or get derailed by distractions. Cultivate a routine that signals to your brain that it's time for concentrated effort. This could be a pre-work ritual, a time of day when you're most productive, or even a visual cue in your workspace that reminds you of your deeper goals. By taking the time to create an environment that nurtures focus, you set the stage for greater productivity and more meaningful work. This intentional setup will make it easier to immerse yourself in deep work and sustain focus for longer periods, ultimately leading to more success. Chapter 5. Building mental endurance. Focus is not just a fleeting state. It's a muscle that strengthens over time. Just as physical endurance is built through consistent training, mental endurance can be cultivated through intentional practice. The ability to focus for extended periods is a skill that grows the more you engage in it. And like any skill, it requires patience, dedication, and gradual progression. Start small by setting realistic goals for how long you can focus without interruption. This might begin with 10 or 15 minutes of deep work, gradually increasing as your stamina builds. Over time, your brain will become more accustomed to maintaining attention for longer periods, and distractions will become less enticing. Developing mental endurance also involves managing your energy levels. Your ability to stay focused is influenced by your physical and emotional state. Ensure that you are getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, and exercising regularly to support your mental stamina. Emotional stress and anxiety can be just as draining as physical exhaustion, so it's important to develop practices that help you manage your emotions and maintain a calm, focused mind. Another crucial aspect of mental endurance is resilience. Distractions are inevitable, and interruptions will occur. Instead of becoming frustrated or discouraged, view these challenges as opportunities to strengthen your mental resolve. The more you push through moments of discomfort and regain your focus, the more your mental endurance will grow. Building mental endurance requires consistency. Just as you wouldn't expect to run a marathon without proper training, don't expect to sustain prolonged focus without gradually building your capacity for it. Through small, intentional steps, you can train your mind to stay sharp and attentive, no matter what challenges come your way. Chapter 6. Time Management for Peak Focus. Time is one of our most precious resources, yet it's often squandered through inefficient time management practices. Effective time management is crucial for achieving peak focus, as it allows you to allocate your energy toward the tasks that truly matter. Without a solid strategy for managing your time, distractions and unimportant tasks will always encroach on your ability to focus. Start by identifying your peak hours, those periods of the day when you feel most alert and productive. This could be in the morning, after a break, or whenever you naturally feel at your best. During these peak times, reserve your most important and mentally demanding tasks. Protect this time from interruptions and distractions by setting clear boundaries. For example, turn off your phone or block out time on your calendar so others know not to disturb you. Use time blocking techniques to allocate specific blocks of time for different tasks throughout the day. By dedicating a set period for a particular activity, you create a sense of urgency and prevent tasks from dragging on endlessly. This technique also helps you avoid multitasking, which can scatter your focus and reduce productivity. In addition to blocking off time, incorporate breaks into your schedule. The Pomodoro technique, for example, encourages focused work for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. This cycle allows you to sustain focus over longer periods without succumbing to burnout. Taking breaks gives your brain the chance to rest and recharge, ensuring that when you return to your work, you do so with renewed clarity. Effective time management for peak focus also requires saying no to non-essential activities. Not every request or opportunity demands your time. Be intentional with your commitments, recognizing that every yes means a no to something else. By prioritizing the right tasks and managing your time effectively, you can create the conditions for sustained focus and ultimately greater success. Chapter 7. Mastering Mindfulness for Clear Focus. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are ever present, and maintaining a sharp, clear focus often feels like an elusive goal. However, there is a powerful tool that can anchor your attention. Mindfulness. While often associated with relaxation and stress reduction, mindfulness also holds the key to cultivating deep focus, especially in a world that constantly demands our attention. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, attuned to your thoughts, feelings, and environment without judgment or distraction. When you are mindful, you are aware of your surroundings and engaged with the task at hand, rather than letting your mind wander or being pulled by outside forces. Mindfulness enables you to control your attention and concentrate on what truly matters. The beauty of mindfulness lies in its simplicity. It does not require any complicated strategies or tools, just the ability to bring your attention back to the present moment whenever your mind drifts. This practice strengthens your ability to focus because it teaches you to gently return your thoughts to the task at hand, even in the face of distractions. One of the key aspects of mindfulness is awareness of yourself and your environment. It is the opposite of being on autopilot, where actions are done without intention or consideration. By practicing mindfulness, you start to notice the subtle cues and signals that arise when distractions begin to creep in. These might be internal, such as feelings of restlessness, impatience, or boredom, or external, such as noise or interruptions. Mindfulness helps you acknowledge these distractions without getting swept away by them, creating a space of clarity where your focus can remain undisturbed. Mindfulness practices like meditation or conscious breathing help train your mind to become more resilient against distractions. Regular practice enables you to strengthen the mental muscle of focus, allowing you to direct your attention more effectively throughout your day. These practices calm the mind, reduce anxiety, and increase your capacity to be present, which in turn enhances your ability to concentrate. Mindfulness also invites you to observe your thoughts without attaching to them. In a world of constant information bombardment, we often get caught up in the cycle of overthinking, constantly analyzing or judging every thought and action. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to let go of unnecessary mental clutter, clearing the way for sustained focus on what is important. At work or in personal life, mindfulness can also support the ability to prioritize effectively. When we are fully aware of the present moment, we are better equipped to assess what deserves our attention, to focus on one task at a time, and to avoid getting lost in the myriad distractions that scatter our energy. Rather than reacting to what's happening around us, mindfulness allows us to respond with intention, creating a sense of control that fosters clarity and direction. The practice of mindfulness doesn't just sharpen focus in the moment, it also improves long-term mental clarity. Over time, it rewires the brain to be more adaptable and resilient in the face of challenges. As you become more practiced at maintaining focus, you naturally start to integrate mindfulness into every area of your life. In turn, your ability to stay present in both your work and personal life deepens, helping you achieve a greater sense of balance, satisfaction, and clarity. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine doesn't require drastic changes. Simple actions, such as taking a few minutes each day to check in with your breath, setting aside time to pause and observe your thoughts, or practicing being present in conversations, can have a profound impact on your ability to focus. These small but deliberate moments of mindfulness slowly shift your mindset, helping you stay grounded, present, and productive in everything you do. Chapter 8. The Role of Self-Discipline and Focus. The path to mastery in any area of life requires an essential trait that is often overlooked: self-discipline. While focus is the ability to direct and maintain your attention, self-discipline is what allows you to consistently apply that focus despite the temptations, distractions, and challenges that inevitably arise. It is the inner strength that propels you forward, especially when immediate rewards or external pressures are not present. Self-discipline is the quiet force that aligns your actions with your long-term goals. It is easy to get caught in the momentum of short-term gratification or to procrastinate when the work at hand feels difficult or tedious. Without self-discipline, focus can easily dissipate, leaving you feeling unproductive or unmotivated. But self-discipline, when cultivated and practiced consistently, strengthens focus, turning it into a reliable tool that will help you achieve your desired outcomes. At its core, self-discipline is the ability to say no to distractions and yes to your goals. It's about making choices that may not always feel comfortable in the moment, but that align with your deeper purpose. Whether it's turning off your phone to avoid distractions, resisting the urge to multitask, or pushing through mental fatigue to finish a task. Self-discipline is what allows you to keep your focus intact, regardless of what is going on around you. Self-discipline also ties directly into the power of habit. The more disciplined you are in maintaining certain habits, the more automatic focus becomes. When you consistently practice focused work, whether it's studying, writing, or creating, your brain begins to adapt. Over time, you need less willpower to focus on a task because you've conditioned your mind to enter a state of concentration on command. The more you build these habits, the more natural your focus will become, as your mind and body start to expect periods of uninterrupted attention. Consistency is key when it comes to building self-discipline. It's easy to feel motivated when things are going well, but true self-discipline emerges when things get tough. It's during these moments of difficulty, when distractions are most appealing, that discipline is tested. Those who have cultivated it are able to push through discomfort and stay committed to their work, even when external rewards seem far off. One of the most powerful ways to nurture self-discipline is through setting clear, measurable goals. When you have a specific target in sight, it becomes much easier to resist distractions and stay focused on the task at hand. Clear goals provide direction, and with a well-defined target, self-discipline finds its purpose. It transforms from an abstract concept into an actionable plan, giving you the framework needed to achieve focus and productivity. At times, the challenges of maintaining discipline can feel overwhelming. However, it's important to remember that self-discipline isn't about achieving perfection, but about progress. It's a journey of making better choices day after day, even if those choices don't always lead to immediate rewards. The key is persistence, continuing to refine your discipline over time, understanding that setbacks are part of the process. Each moment of focus you maintain, no matter how small, strengthens your ability to stay disciplined in the future. Building self-discipline also requires a strong sense of self-awareness. By recognizing your weaknesses, whether they are specific distractions, habits, or thought patterns, you can anticipate where challenges might arise and plan accordingly. This insight allows you to proactively manage your time, energy, and focus, increasing your chances of success. Ultimately, self-discipline is not just about resisting temptation, but about creating an environment that supports your growth. It is about setting boundaries, knowing when to push yourself, and understanding when to take a step back. Self-discipline allows you to build a mindset where focus is not a fleeting occurrence, but a lasting trait that serves you in every aspect of your life. It turns focus into a dependable skill, one that can be harnessed at will, and one that will continue to guide you toward success. Chapter 9. Overcoming the urge for instant gratification. The modern world is built on the promise of quick rewards. We live in an era where everything is available instantly, from information to entertainment, and even success seems just a click away. This culture of immediacy can pull us away from what truly matters, distracting us from long-term aspirations and goals. Instant gratification is not merely a matter of seeking pleasure in the moment. It is an ingrained habit, a cycle that reinforces itself with every indulgence, making it harder to resist the next tempting distraction. To achieve meaningful success, overcoming this urge is not just important, it is essential. The need for instant gratification has become deeply embedded in human behavior, rooted in our natural desire to experience pleasure and avoid discomfort. The brain rewards us with a surge of dopamine when we indulge in something pleasurable or quick, creating a feedback loop that we seek to repeat. Social media, for example, is designed to trigger these pleasure responses. Every notification, like, or new piece of content becomes a small reward, reinforcing the behavior. While this may feel satisfying in the moment, it often leaves us feeling empty in the long run, as it pulls our attention away from deeper, more meaningful work that requires time and effort to see results. One of the key reasons we succumb to the pull of instant gratification is the way our brains are wired. We are wired to focus on immediate outcomes because they offer a sense of certainty and control. Long-term goals, on the other hand, are abstract, requiring patience, effort, and sacrifice. They demand that we delay gratification, something that doesn't come naturally. However, learning to embrace discomfort and uncertainty in pursuit of long-term objectives is the hallmark of resilience and success. The first step in resisting instant gratification is awareness. Recognizing the triggers that tempt you into giving in to short-term desires is crucial, whether it's checking your phone during work hours or procrastinating on an important project by indulging in distractions. The key is to identify these patterns early. Being mindful of how these small actions derail your focus will help you become more intentional in your choices. By acknowledging the temptation, you put yourself in a position of control rather than reaction. Next, it's essential to reframe the way you view your goals. Instead of focusing on the immediate obstacles, the discomfort of delayed rewards, or the effort it requires to stay focused, shift your attention to the long-term benefits that will follow. When you consider the bigger picture, the success that comes from sustained focus, the fulfillment of achieving your goals, and the self-respect earned from resisting temptation, the urge for short-term pleasure begins to feel less significant. By framing your future success in terms of the gratification that is sure to come, you create an internal motivation that surpasses fleeting desires. This shift also requires the development of self-regulation strategies. One powerful technique to break the cycle of instant gratification is setting boundaries. If you find it difficult to resist the urge to check your phone, designate specific times in the day for social media use or turn off notifications during focused work sessions. By consciously designing your environment to minimize distractions, you create an atmosphere that nurtures your ability to stay on track with your long-term objectives. Every time you resist the temptation, you strengthen your self-control, gradually building a habit of focus over time. Additionally, practicing delayed gratification in small, manageable ways can gradually train your brain to accept longer periods of effort before experiencing reward. Start with short, focused intervals of work, followed by small rewards, and gradually extend those intervals as your tolerance for delayed pleasure increases. These small successes will make it easier to withstand the temptation to indulge, eventually creating a routine where long-term focus becomes second nature. Another key element in overcoming instant gratification is learning to embrace discomfort. The discomfort of waiting, of not yielding to every impulse, is often the greatest barrier. However, this discomfort is a sign of growth. It signifies that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, doing something difficult and worthwhile. In fact, the discomfort you experience in staying focused and avoiding instant rewards is what will ultimately lead to greater satisfaction and achievement. Building resistance to instant gratification also involves understanding the consequences of giving in to distractions. Often, the costs of choosing short-term pleasure are not immediately visible. However, over time, the cumulative effect of small distractions can significantly hinder progress toward your goals. Whether it's the hours spent scrolling through social media or the time lost by procrastinating, the impact on your overall productivity and focus becomes evident. Recognizing these costs reinforces the importance of staying disciplined and choosing delayed rewards. Ultimately, overcoming the urge for instant gratification is about cultivating a mindset that values growth, purpose, and achievement over momentary pleasure. It's about realizing that the path to true success is paved not by fleeting desires, but by consistent effort and focus. Each time you resist the urge for instant gratification, you move one step closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. Someone who can maintain focus in the face of distraction, make decisions that align with their goals, and build the life they envision. The more you practice this skill, the easier it becomes to stay aligned with your long-term vision, and the more satisfying the eventual rewards will be. Chapter 10. Rest and Recovery, Essential for Focus. In the pursuit of long-term success, it's easy to overlook one of the most vital components of sustained focus: rest. In an era of constant connectivity and relentless productivity, the concept of taking time to rest and recharge often feels like a luxury. However, far from being a hindrance to success, rest is the fuel that powers our ability to concentrate, think critically, and perform at our best. Without proper recovery, the brain becomes fatigued, productivity diminishes, and focus becomes a fleeting experience. When we push ourselves beyond our mental and physical limits, our cognitive abilities begin to degrade. Mental fatigue can impair decision-making, reduce creative problem-solving skills, and hinder our capacity to retain information. It is only through rest that our minds can replenish the energy needed for peak performance. Much like how a muscle needs rest after exercise to grow stronger, The brain requires breaks to restore its capacity for sharp focus and clarity. Rest is not simply about the absence of activity. It is a purposeful act that nurtures both the mind and body. One of the most overlooked aspects of focus is how deeply intertwined it is with our physical state. Our bodies and minds are not separate entities. They are deeply connected, each influencing the other. Physical exhaustion affects mental clarity. When we are tired, our attention span shrinks, and our ability to engage in deep, meaningful work declines. Conversely, when we prioritize rest, we are allowing our bodies to recover from the strains of the day, creating the conditions for renewed mental clarity. This is why sleep, nutrition, and physical movement all play integral roles in maintaining a sharp focus. To truly benefit from rest, it's important to recognize that it's not just about the quantity of time spent resting, but the quality. A brief nap, for example, can have a profound impact on mental performance, but only if it's done properly. Napping for 20 minutes is proven to help restore focus without leaving us feeling groggy. Similarly, practicing mindfulness or meditation can offer a mental reset that recharges the mind in ways traditional rest cannot. These practices help create a sense of mental stillness, allowing us to disconnect from the noise of everyday life and restore our cognitive resources. A crucial aspect of rest is learning to listen to the signals your body and mind send. We often push ourselves, believing that more work equals more progress, but this is a fallacy. Understanding when to step away and allow the brain to rest is vital for maintaining long-term focus. When we ignore signs of burnout or fatigue, we run the risk of diminishing our ability to focus altogether. Embracing rest as a necessary part of the process, rather than a hindrance to it, is a key mindset shift that can make all the difference in sustaining focus over time. Additionally, creating rituals around rest and recovery can make the process more effective. Just as we structure our workday, we can structure our rest to ensure we are truly recharging. This could involve setting aside time in the day for a walk, taking regular breaks during intense work sessions, or establishing a calming nighttime routine that signals to the body that it's time to unwind and rejuvenate. Regularly scheduling time for rest sends a message to the body that recovery is just as important as productivity, and it allows you to prioritize your well-being without feeling guilty. Another overlooked component of rest is the role it plays in emotional regulation. Stress and emotional exhaustion can significantly impair our ability to focus. When we are emotionally drained, our attention becomes scattered, and it's harder to concentrate on the tasks at hand. Taking time to rest doesn't just restore mental energy, it also allows us to reset emotionally, giving us the space to process our feelings and approach challenges with a clearer, more centered perspective. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to view rest as an indulgence rather than a necessity. Social media, work demands, and constant notifications make it difficult to disconnect. Yet, real rest requires a detachment from external distractions, an intentional step away from screens, emails, and demands. This kind of rest allows the mind to recalibrate and refocus, sharpening your ability to return to tasks with renewed energy and focus. Recharging doesn't just involve passive recovery. It also includes activities that actively replenish our energy. Engaging in hobbies, creative outlets, or simply spending time in nature can restore the mental bandwidth needed for deep focus. These activities provide a sense of balance, helping to prevent burnout and ensuring that the mind remains sharp and receptive. They also offer an opportunity for the mind to wander freely, which can often lead to breakthroughs and new perspectives that would be difficult to access during periods of intense focus. It's important to cultivate the understanding that recovery isn't simply about taking breaks between tasks, but is an ongoing practice of balance. The most productive and focused individuals are those who make rest an integral part of their daily routine, recognizing that it isn't a sign of weakness, but rather a strength. In fact, the most successful people are often those who prioritize recovery as much as they prioritize their work, ensuring that their mental and physical energies are replenished so that they can continue to perform at the highest level. In the end, mastering focus isn't solely about the intensity with which we work, but the wisdom with which we rest. By embracing the restorative power of rest, we can recharge our mental batteries, allowing us to focus deeply, think clearly, and perform with greater efficiency. Balancing work and recovery creates a sustainable rhythm that fuels long-term success and nurtures a resilient, focused mind. Chapter 11. The Impact of Focus on Achieving Success. Focus is the silent architect of success. It is not merely a skill, but the fundamental ingredient that allows ambition to take shape. When an individual is able to center their attention on a goal, unclouded by distractions, they unlock the potential for exponential growth. In both personal and professional realms, success does not materialize through sporadic bursts of effort or luck, but through the continuous and deliberate application of focus. At its core, focus is about direction. Every person possesses the same 24 hours in a day, but it is how they direct their attention that ultimately determines the path they walk. The ability to channel energy towards a singular goal, without letting external factors scatter or dilute that effort, is what distinguishes those who achieve greatness from those who merely aspire. Success is not a destination reached by chance, but a journey carved out by persistent and focused action. In the professional world, it's easy to fall prey to the allure of multitasking, believing that dividing attention across various tasks will increase productivity. However, research consistently shows that multitasking only fractures our ability to concentrate, reducing the quality of our work and delaying progress. When we focus on one task at a time, we pour our energy into it, allowing us to deliver superior results. This deep level of engagement fosters a sense of ownership and accomplishment, fueling further momentum. The most successful people aren't necessarily the ones working on multiple projects simultaneously, but rather those who can immerse themselves fully in the task at hand, ensuring that every ounce of their effort is contributing to their desired outcome. On a personal level, sustained focus allows us to develop habits that are aligned with our long-term goals. Success is not only about completing individual tasks, but about creating a lifestyle where each action is a stepping stone toward greater achievements. When we can focus on the small daily actions that move us forward, whether that's exercising, reading, or practicing a craft, we build the foundation for larger successes. The power of focus lies in its ability to transform ordinary efforts into extraordinary results through consistency. It is through the repetition of focused efforts that mastery is attained and personal growth accelerates. Success, however, is not always linear. There are setbacks, moments of doubt, and external challenges that can threaten to derail progress. Here, focus becomes the tool that helps us stay the course. It is often easy to get distracted by immediate obstacles or alternate opportunities, but those who are successful are those who can maintain focus even when the path is unclear or difficult. The ability to persist through adversity is a direct result of the clarity and discipline that focus provides. When we focus on our larger purpose, the temporary discomforts of the present become manageable, and the bigger picture keeps us grounded in our commitment. Moreover, focus is not just about internal discipline. It is also about eliminating external noise. We live in an age of constant distractions, whether it's the ping of a smartphone, the hum of social media, or the pressures of competing demands. To achieve success, it is essential to create an environment that nurtures concentration. This might mean setting boundaries with others, creating physical spaces conducive to deep work, or even intentionally disconnecting from the digital world. When external distractions are minimized, the mind is free to immerse itself fully in the task at hand, leading to faster progress and a greater sense of accomplishment. Sustained focus also cultivates the mental resilience necessary for overcoming failure. Failure, though inevitable, is often seen as a major roadblock by those who are not focused on their long-term goals. But for those who maintain their attention on their purpose, failure becomes merely a stepping stone. With focus, setbacks are reframed as learning opportunities. They become the moments that sharpen skills, build strength, and refine strategy. The resilient mind, honed through focus, does not see failure as the end, but as a part of the journey, a temporary detour that offers invaluable lessons for future success. Success in any field is also directly linked to the clarity of vision that focus brings. When the mind is clear, it can spot opportunities that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. Focus sharpens awareness, allowing us to act swiftly and decisively. In business, for example, the ability to stay focused on the long-term goals rather than being distracted by short-term profits allows companies to build sustainable models for growth. In personal development, focus provides the clarity needed to identify what truly matters, helping individuals avoid the trap of chasing fleeting desires. The impact of focus extends beyond the individual. It also affects those around us. Leaders who are able to focus on their goals inspire confidence in their teams. When focus is demonstrated consistently, it sets a tone for others to follow. Teams that are focused on a collective vision collaborate more effectively, make better decisions, and stay on track despite challenges. Focus becomes contagious, spreading through a group, aligning efforts, and amplifying results. Moreover, achieving success through focus is not simply about accumulating wealth, accolades, or status. It is about cultivating a sense of fulfillment that comes from being in harmony with one's values and purpose. Focus helps align actions with deeper motivations, ensuring that the success achieved is meaningful and satisfying. When focus is rooted in purpose, success becomes a reflection of one's true self, and the journey itself is as fulfilling as the end goal. Ultimately, success is a product of how well we can harness the power of focus, the ability to direct attention with precision, to maintain concentration despite distractions, and to persist in the face of obstacles, sets the foundation for greatness. Whether in business, personal development, or relationships, those who master the art of focus are the ones who not only reach their goals, but exceed them. By refining focus, we unlock the power to transform our aspirations into achievements, propelling us towards success in every aspect of life. Chapter 12. Staying focused in the face of challenges. Challenges are an inevitable part of any journey toward success. No matter how well we plan or how determined we are, obstacles will appear, and uncertainty will test our resolve. The ability to stay focused amidst these challenges is what separates those who simply endure from those who thrive. In moments of adversity, our capacity to maintain concentration on our goals becomes not just a skill, but a lifeline that keeps us on track and propels us forward. When challenges arise, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or even tempted to abandon our pursuits altogether. The mind can be a battlefield in these moments, bombarded by doubts, fears, and distractions. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of difficulty that the power of focus must be harnessed most. Staying focused during tough times is about recentering the mind, reminding oneself of the greater vision, and refusing to allow temporary setbacks to distort the long-term goal. It requires a conscious decision to maintain clarity, even when the path ahead is clouded. In the face of adversity, distractions often become more seductive. The mind seeks comfort in quick fixes, whether that's turning to distractions like social media, excessive entertainment, or even numbing the discomfort through avoidance. These distractions may offer temporary relief, but they do nothing to resolve the underlying challenges. True focus requires us to confront the obstacle head-on, to look it in the eye, and stay aligned with our purpose. This is not about ignoring the reality of the situation, but about using focus as a tool to see beyond the immediate discomfort and recognize the bigger picture. One of the key components of staying focused during setbacks is developing resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding failure or hardship, but rather about the ability to recover and move forward with renewed determination. Each challenge presents an opportunity for growth. Rather than viewing setbacks as defeats, the focused mind sees them as stepping stones, moments that sharpen resolve, teach valuable lessons, and refine strategies for future success. The resilient mind does not surrender to failure. It uses it as fuel for continued effort. This mental resilience is strengthened through the practice of mindfulness. In times of stress or uncertainty, the mind tends to spiral, becoming consumed by anxiety or negative thought patterns. Mindfulness offers a way to anchor the mind in the present moment, rather than being overwhelmed by what-ifs or imagined outcomes. By grounding ourselves in the here and now, we can reduce the mental clutter that distracts us from our objectives. Mindfulness brings awareness to our thoughts, helping us to recognize when we're drifting off course and gently redirecting our focus back to the task at hand. Another essential practice when facing obstacles is the art of prioritization. When challenges arise, everything can feel urgent, and the pressure to do it all at once can lead to mental burnout. The key is to maintain clarity by identifying what truly matters and dedicating energy to those tasks. It is about discerning the most critical steps to take in the moment, focusing on those actions that will move us closest to our goal. By concentrating on high-impact activities and letting go of less important tasks, we preserve our mental energy and avoid spreading ourselves too thin. At times, the most difficult part of staying focused is managing the emotional toll that challenges bring. Failure, rejection, or simply the stress of uncertainty can cause the mind to waver, and emotions may take over. In these moments, it is vital to recognize that emotions, while valid, are not always indicative of our true capabilities. Emotional turbulence can cloud judgment, making it harder to think clearly and act decisively. Maintaining focus requires us to separate the emotional responses from the rational steps required to move forward. It's a reminder that our emotions, while powerful, do not have to control our actions. By grounding ourselves in our purpose, we can make clear, intentional decisions, regardless of the emotions swirling within. The act of focusing in difficult times is also about being patient with oneself. It's easy to expect immediate results or a quick resolution when faced with challenges, but the reality is that success is rarely instant. Progress often comes in small, incremental steps. Staying focused means committing to the process, even when visible progress seems slow or non-existent. The patience to endure the grind without losing sight of the goal is what builds the foundation for long-term success. Each small victory, even in the face of setbacks, compounds over time, bringing us closer to our desired outcome. Sometimes, it's also important to step back and regain perspective. When we're too deep into a problem, it can be difficult to see the way forward. Taking a break, whether it's a short pause or a longer period of reflection, can help reset the mind and allow us to approach the challenge with renewed energy. Distance provides clarity, and in moments of uncertainty, stepping back can often reveal a solution that wasn't immediately apparent. In addition, the ability to ask for help can be a critical factor in maintaining focus during tough times. We often believe that to be successful, we must handle every challenge on our own, but in reality, seeking guidance, mentorship, or even just the support of peers can provide valuable insights and relief. Sharing the burden of difficult times can not only ease the mental load, but also allow us to stay focused on the necessary actions instead of getting overwhelmed by the weight of the problem. When focus is maintained during challenges, it transforms adversity into an asset. Rather than succumbing to the stress and distraction that challenges bring, focus turns obstacles into opportunities for growth, refinement, and deeper understanding. The path to success is not a straight line, but a winding road full of twists and turns. It is in our ability to stay focused through each detour, through every challenge, that we truly progress. Focus is the unwavering compass that guides us through the storm, ensuring that we continue on our path, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. Chapter 13. Building Habits for Unwavering Focus. Focus is not a fleeting state, nor is it something that can be summoned at will in moments of need. It is a muscle that strengthens with consistent use, cultivated through deliberate practices and habits. Building routines that support focus is essential for transforming moments of fleeting concentration into a permanent state of clarity and productivity. The foundation of unwavering focus lies not just in a desire to remain attentive, but in the ability to create an environment where focus thrives without constant effort. The first step in developing habits for consistent focus is to understand that routine is not about rigid structures, but about creating a framework that nurtures concentration. It's about setting up the conditions for your mind to remain clear and undistracted. This starts with small, intentional actions that compound over time, creating a rhythm where focus becomes second nature rather than a struggle. A key habit to incorporate is the practice of intentional beginning and ending. How you start your day or task sets the tone for what follows. Establishing a morning ritual that primes your mind for the day can provide a sense of control and purpose, setting the stage for clear focus. Similarly, creating a defined closing ritual for your work or task can signal to the brain that it's time to let go of distractions and transition into relaxation or the next activity. These rituals create a seamless boundary between what demands your attention and when it's time to shift gears. It's also crucial to establish consistent blocks of time dedicated solely to focused work. This may involve setting aside specific hours during the day when you know you can be free from interruptions. By creating a predictable schedule, your mind learns that these are moments when focus is required. During these times, distraction is not an option, and every action is aligned with the task at hand. In turn, the mind becomes conditioned to recognize these periods as valuable and important, elevating your ability to concentrate. The concept of the focus block extends beyond simply allocating time. It also involves structuring these blocks in a way that minimizes friction and maximizes engagement. This could mean reducing the physical clutter around you, setting your devices to do not disturb, or even setting boundaries with others to ensure that your focus remains undisturbed. When your environment is clear of distractions, your mental space naturally follows suit. Another powerful habit for maintaining focus is the practice of single tasking. In a world that glorifies multitasking, it's easy to feel compelled to juggle multiple responsibilities at once. However, the more we divide our attention, the more we undermine our ability to focus deeply. By cultivating the habit of focusing on one task at a time, you give your mind the space to fully engage with the work. This not only enhances the quality of your output, but also makes the act of focusing feel less like a struggle and more like a natural process. In addition, the habit of breaking down large, overwhelming tasks into smaller, manageable chunks can make the pursuit of focus feel less daunting. Large projects often trigger procrastination, as the mind gets overwhelmed by the sheer size of the task. Instead of focusing on the entire goal, breaking it down into smaller, actionable steps provides clarity and makes it easier to focus on each individual part. This habit fosters a sense of accomplishment along the way, reinforcing the connection between focused action and success. Another critical component of building habits for focus is learning to manage energy, not just time. Focus requires mental energy, which fluctuates throughout the day. Recognizing when you're at your peak energy and scheduling your most demanding tasks during those periods is vital. This can mean adjusting your daily rhythm to match your natural energy patterns, working on high-priority tasks during your most alert hours, and saving less demanding work for times when your energy wanes. By aligning your most important tasks with your optimal energy levels, you make it easier for focus to flourish. Equally important is the habit of rest. Focus thrives on periods of recovery. Without rest, the mind becomes fatigued, leading to burnout and diminished productivity. Regular breaks throughout the day, whether short moments of rest or longer stretches of downtime are essential for maintaining peak mental performance. Scheduling these breaks into your routine ensures that your mind stays refreshed and ready to dive back into focused work. Additionally, sufficient sleep plays a pivotal role in mental clarity and focus. A well-rested mind is far more capable of sustaining attention over long periods than one that is deprived of adequate rest. The act of reflection is another valuable habit for improving focus. At the end of each day or task, taking a few moments to reflect on what went well and what could be improved reinforces your commitment to staying focused. Reflection allows you to identify patterns and obstacles that might have impeded your concentration, giving you the opportunity to adjust your habits and strategies for the future. It's not just about analyzing failures, but celebrating small victories as well, which in turn reinforces the habit of staying committed to your goals. It is important to recognize that these habits are not established overnight. They require patience, consistency, and an understanding that building focus is a long-term practice, not a quick fix. Just as physical fitness requires regular exercise, so too does the ability to focus. Each day you commit to your habits, no matter how small, you are laying the foundation for greater concentration and more productive outcomes. In time, these habits become automatic. They shift from being deliberate actions into subconscious behaviors, making focus a default mode rather than an effort. As these habits stack upon one another, they create a powerful framework that supports unwavering focus, ensuring that your concentration remains steadfast, even in the face of challenges and distractions. Over time, as you commit to these practices, focus becomes less about forcing yourself to stay on task and more about allowing yourself to be immersed in the work you're doing, fully present and fully engaged. Chapter 14. Celebrating the wins, the rewards of focus. Focus is more than just a tool for getting things done. It is the silent architect of achievement. It shapes the course of your journey, creating a path that is defined not by distractions or detours, but by steady, intentional progress. The rewards of focus are not always immediate, and they do not always present themselves in grand gestures. Often they are small victories, quiet moments where the effort you've invested in your work finally comes to fruition. When you are deeply focused, every step you take feels aligned with your purpose, and every task, no matter how small, becomes a piece of the larger puzzle of your goals. This alignment doesn't just move you forward, it transforms the process itself, turning each effort into a triumph. But recognizing and celebrating these wins is just as important as the focus that gets you there. Without acknowledging your progress, the journey can feel endless, and the rewards may seem distant, even when they are within reach. The act of celebrating wins is not about indulging in empty praise or taking a break from the work. It's about pausing to honor the dedication, the hours, and the sacrifices that have brought you to where you are. Focused effort compounds over time, creating tangible results that speak to the depth of your commitment. Celebrating these moments reinforces the connection between sustained attention and achievement. When you take a moment to appreciate the milestones along the way, it gives you the energy and motivation to continue forward, knowing that each step brings you closer to your goals. Celebrating wins doesn't always require grand celebrations or external recognition. It can be a private acknowledgement, a simple moment of gratitude, or a reflection on the growth you've experienced. When you take time to reflect on how far you've come, you reinforce the value of your focus and the purpose behind your work. This reflection deepens your sense of accomplishment and helps you understand the direct link between focus and success. By acknowledging your victories, whether it's completing a major project, mastering a new skill, or simply maintaining focus for a longer stretch, you affirm the importance of perseverance and self-discipline. It is also essential to recognize that every win, no matter how seemingly insignificant, plays a role in the larger picture of your success. Often, we wait for the big achievements, the promotions, the awards, the milestones, to mark our progress. But true success is built on smaller, incremental victories that accumulate over time. Each focused hour, each task completed without distraction, each day that you remain committed to your goals is a win in itself. When you celebrate these small victories, you train your mind to recognize the power of focus at work, reinforcing the belief that consistent effort leads to tangible results. The practice of celebrating wins also keeps you grounded. Focus often requires sacrifice, time, energy, and sometimes even comfort. Recognizing and celebrating your progress helps to balance this sacrifice. It reminds you that the hard work you've put in is not only valuable, but is paying off. It creates a feedback loop where the reward of achievement motivates you to continue, and the celebration of your progress fuels the next phase of your journey. Furthermore, recognizing the rewards of focus deepens your relationship with your goals. It shifts your perspective from seeing them as distant, abstract concepts to realizing they are alive in the present moment. Focus doesn't just bring you closer to the future, it connects you to the now, and it's in these present moments that your true achievements lie. Each time you take the time to celebrate your focus, you affirm that the process itself is worth honoring. Celebrating wins also strengthens the resilience that focus requires. The journey to achieving big goals is rarely linear. There are setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. Celebrating progress helps to counterbalance these obstacles, providing the psychological fuel to keep moving forward. When you acknowledge the effort and focus that has already gotten you through previous hurdles, you build confidence in your ability to tackle whatever challenges lie ahead. In essence, the true reward of focus lies in how it transforms you as a person. It shapes your mindset, strengthens your discipline, and aligns your actions with your goals. By celebrating the milestones along the way, you foster a deeper sense of connection to your purpose. This connection makes it easier to navigate distractions, remain resilient in the face of obstacles, and stay focused on what truly matters. Your wins, big and small, become proof of your progress, markers of your commitment, and celebrations of your growth. Chapter 15. Focus as a lifelong practice. Focus is not a task to be completed or a skill to be mastered in a single moment. It is a lifelong practice, a principle that flows through every action, every decision, and every step you take. The pursuit of success requires a deep understanding of the nature of focus and a commitment to consistently nurturing it over time. As with any practice, focus evolves, refines, and deepens with experience, making it not just a tool for achieving specific goals, but a cornerstone of how you approach life itself. Embracing focus as a lifelong practice begins with the recognition that it is not something that can be turned on and off according to your convenience. It's a constant thread that ties together your values, goals, and actions. When you integrate focus into the fabric of your everyday life, it becomes less about willpower and more about alignment. Every task you engage in, no matter how small, becomes an opportunity to practice focus. It's the attention you give to a conversation, the presence you bring to a meal, the dedication you offer to your work. It all matters. Over time, this attention becomes a habit, and focus transforms from a conscious effort to a natural way of being. This continuous practice of focus requires intention. It demands that you be present and engaged in each moment, not distracted by external noise or internal uncertainty. In every area of your life, personal, professional, or creative, focus is the vehicle that drives you forward. As you integrate it, you begin to notice how it informs every decision. The more you practice, the more you develop the clarity to discern what truly matters, allowing you to filter out distractions and remain aligned with your purpose. The process of making focus a lifelong practice also involves being adaptable. Focus doesn't mean rigidly adhering to one path or perspective. It means being able to recenter yourself when life's inevitable distractions pull you off course. It means returning to your center even when faced with the unknown or the unexpected, and knowing that you have the tools to regain your focus and continue moving forward. This adaptability allows you to grow with your goals, your environment, and your personal development. As you continue to embrace focus as an ongoing practice, it becomes more than just a means to an end. It becomes a way of experiencing the world. It sharpens your perception, enhances your awareness, and deepens your ability to engage meaningfully with the tasks and people that shape your journey. The consistency of focus empowers you to go deeper into your work, uncovering new insights and possibilities that would have been missed in moments of distraction. It teaches you how to listen more attentively, observe more keenly, and think more clearly. The beauty of lifelong focus lies in its compounding nature. Each time you choose to focus, you strengthen not only your discipline, but your capacity to focus at an even higher level. What once felt challenging becomes second nature. The more you practice, the more you tap into the power of sustained attention, which compounds over time to create transformative results. Focus becomes a muscle, one that grows stronger with use and opens up greater potential with each focused effort. There are, of course, moments when focus may seem elusive, times when life pulls in multiple directions, when distractions seem louder than ever. In these moments, understanding that focus is a practice allows you to shift from frustration to patience. You learn not to judge yourself too harshly, but to simply return to the practice, knowing that it will always be there for you when you are ready to engage with it again. The practice of focus also requires you to be gentle with yourself. It's not about perfection or unbroken concentration. It's about getting back on track when you stray and continuing to develop the skill of returning to your center. Focus also has a profound effect on personal growth. The more you practice focus, the clearer your understanding becomes of what you want from life and how you can work toward achieving it. Focus illuminates your values, your priorities, and your long-term vision. When practiced consistently, it reveals to you the subtle shifts that are needed to stay on course. It sharpens your ability to reflect and reassess, enabling you to make adjustments as your life and goals evolve. When focus becomes ingrained in your daily life, it propels you to do more than just succeed. It allows you to lead a life of purpose where every action reflects your intentions. Success is no longer merely about external accomplishments, but about the quality of the journey. Focus lets you align your actions with your deepest values, ensuring that your progress reflects not just your ambitions, but your core beliefs. Ultimately, focus as a lifelong practice is not about achieving a single goal, but about creating a life that continuously evolves, grows, and adapts. It is the practice of showing up for yourself every day with attention, intention, and presence. This ongoing commitment to focus leads to lasting fulfillment, not because it guarantees success, but because it cultivates a deeper connection to the present moment and to the path you are walking. Through focus, you don't just create the life you want, you create the capacity to continue shaping it, moment by moment, for as long as you choose. Conclusion. As you close this journey, it becomes clear that focus is not a destination, but a continual practice, woven into the very fabric of your life. It's not just a skill to be acquired and put aside, but a mindset to cultivate and nurture over time. The power of focus lies in its ability to turn everyday actions into purposeful steps toward a greater goal, transforming how you work, live, and interact with the world around you. The challenges and distractions of life are inevitable, yet they are not insurmountable. Focus allows you to navigate through the noise, honing in on what truly matters. It requires discipline, yes, but more importantly, it demands the willingness to stay committed to the process, whether the path is smooth or filled with obstacles. The true value of focus is seen not in the immediate rewards, but in the gradual progress and the clarity it brings to every aspect of your life. In the pursuit of your goals, focus serves as the guiding force that keeps you aligned with your purpose, ensuring that your efforts are not scattered but intentional. It's through consistent practice and unwavering commitment that focus becomes second nature, effortlessly driving you toward success, both professionally and personally. The more you embrace this practice, the more you realize its power to shape your destiny. Let your focus continue to evolve with you. Each step forward brings new insights and opportunities for growth. The rewards of focus are not always immediate, but when you look back, you will see the transformation it has brought, whether in your achievements, your relationships, or your overall sense of fulfillment. By maintaining focus, you are not just working toward your goals, but you are shaping a life that reflects your values, your purpose, and your vision. In the end, focus is the quiet strength that propels you forward, a constant companion on your journey to success. It teaches you how to remain present in the face of distractions, how to prioritize what truly matters, and how to build habits that support your long-term growth. With focus, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The key lies in consistently bringing your attention to the things that will lead you to the life you desire. So, as you move forward, remember that focus is yours to embrace, to refine, and to carry with you for the rest of your journey. The practice is yours to shape, and through it, the future is yours to create.